And the other thing that I wanted to touch on whilst we were here, and if there's anybody watching who is observing Ramadan, is to talk a little bit about that and weight loss medication, because we get asked this quite a lot by our patients. I mean, the Stimmy Clinic, we've been treating patients for over 40 years with various forms of weight loss medication. So we've treated a lot of patients who've observed fasting for lots of reasons. And obviously Ramadan is quite a big and important time when fasting and planning how to take your medication can be really important. Again, we've got a great Ramadan guide on our website. And again, I'm sure we'll share a link in the comments. So please do feel free to go there and download the guide if you are looking to observe Ramadan and want some tips on how best to eat and what to eat at the times you are eating and or fasting. I think there's just a couple of bits I wanted to sort of touch on there. I think hydration is one of the really important things to ensure that you have adequate hydration, whether you're on weight loss medication or not, throughout the time that you're fasting, and also then when you're eating, thinking about using foods that have a good level of water within them, things like soups or curries, where again you can just help your body to maintain that hydration, because we know by staying hydrated we can cope a little bit better when we're not eating. Your bodies can cope without eating a lot longer than they can without hydration. So again, keeping that up can help you feel better. And especially if you are taking our weight loss tablets, it's really important to stay hydrated, because there is a risk of getting a headache again if you're not taking enough hydration on board. So that's really important. The other thing that's really important is to make sure when you are eating that you try and cram as much nutrients into those meals as possible, because obviously you've got a shortened window to get all of the nutrients that your body requires to function. So again, planning ahead, thinking about what it is that you're going to make, making sure that you've got some of those important food groups in it, some of those important whole grain carbohydrates and fibrous carbohydrates, which your body takes longer to digest, keeping you fuller for longer naturally and giving you that released energy over time. Having your sort of leaner proteins in there than your heavily fat proteins that make you feel full a bit quicker, but maybe not last you as long. And again, avoiding things like highly processed or highly sugary foods, which your body will quickly metabolize, turn into sugar, and then go. So again, it's about giving your body that level of sustained supply of food and nutrients that will last you through the fasting periods. If you're using weight loss medication, then obviously you might choose to continue that throughout Ramadan. You might choose to stop it, depending on your personal decision. Obviously, there are health conditions that could preclude you from what you need to do during fasting time. So if that is a case, if you have health conditions, things like diabetes, then it is worth talking to a healthcare practitioner beforehand to make sure that that you've got the right balance for you. But as a general rule, we say if you're taking weight loss medication, especially weight loss injections, what's important is to try and keep taking them at the same time every day. Now, we know that they have an effect in the body that lasts. The injections at the moment, they last a full week. So again, try and keep that same time of taking the injection. And the injection should help with you observing the fasting. So, and again, it should help with reducing the amount you eat in the window you're eating. Because again, if our overall aim alongside Ramadan is to lose weight or to continue with our weight loss progress, then again, we don't want to be eating an awful lot during the eating window that then derails that progress. That being said, because of the way you're eating will be so different during that time, it's not a bad time to just be, just to maintain your weight. Don't, if you're doing really well with your weight loss, don't feel like you have to maintain weight loss when the way you're eating is going to be totally changed and different. Again, if you simply maintain your weight loss, you retain your weight during that time, again, that's fantastic, because again, the way you're eating may be completely different from how you eat outside of that time. So weight loss injections absolutely can help reduce your hunger when you're fasting, and then again help reduce how much you're eating. But we know that weight loss injections obviously make you feel fuller quicker, so you can't eat as much in terms of your portion. So again, thinking about having a few more smaller meals during that time where you've got lots of nutrients can again help to try and get everything you need in your body in that time. Then the next important thing is weight loss tablets. So our weight loss tablets, again, they can absolutely help support you during the fasting time. and they can also help to reduce how much you're eating in the eating window. However, the tablets have an effect on sleep. So it's important that you think about taking those to ensure that you can get adequate sleep when you plan to go to sleep. So weight loss medication, that we have a few varieties of tablets, but generally you want to, they've generally got sort of 12 hours if you're taking a 1-a-day tablet in which that they work, and so you want to make sure you're sort of taking it 12 hours away from the intended time you plan to go to sleep. So the weight loss tablets can be a little bit harder to fit around things. So again, speak to our team of doctors about how best to take them, but you can still use your weight loss medication as a useful tool during that time. Just having a look there, I can see that we popped the links up there. So hopefully there's some great information in there about foods and what to eat. Again, as I said, focusing on how you can fit hydration in. Again, that last meal you have just before dawn, just before sunrise. Again, looking at making sure that that's got good levels of those slow release whole grain carbohydrates, which again can help you have energy. Your body have the energy a little bit longer moving forward throughout the day or when you are fasting.